Hey fam, I'm gonna teach you how to use Yoni eggs, okay? So Yoni eggs are an ancient Taoist practice from China, and it was used for longevity to improve the quality of your life, your sexual function, and it was preserved for the empresses and the concubines. So it wasn't even something that everybody had access to. And what they used in ancient China was jade. So they like to use jade because it has the metaphysical properties of longevity, good fortune, protection, and wealth. Did I say that? Yeah, just prosperity. So this is a rich woman's stone, okay? That's what they like to use in ancient China. And today we have a lot of different options for Yoni eggs, but you cannot put any stone in your vagina. It has to have certain qualities like hardness. It can't be very porous, because at the end of the day, you're putting a stone into your wet hole, which is going to take on bacteria easily. You can get an infection easily if it's not clean. So I'm gonna teach you how to also use these and clean them. When you use Yoni eggs, you want to clean them, soap and water, and you wanna make sure you rinse out the tiny hole. If yours has a tiny hole at the top, which is gonna be used to put the string, I'm gonna show you in a minute. You wanna make sure they're really cleaned, especially in that little hole. And then you wanna charge them weekly if you're using them regularly, because it is a stone, it's a crystal. So the metaphysical properties of rose quartz is feminine, unconditional love, and it's really good for healing trauma, because that unconditional love helps to transmute the negative emotions, negative feelings that you have around your vagina or trauma that you've experienced. So I always recommend rose quartz as a nice, starter stone. And plus jade is hard to come by. This is dark green jade, medium-sized eggs. So the purpose of Yoni eggs is to provide resistance as well. So we have the metaphysical properties, and then we have resistance. So you're doing Kegel exercises. You're gonna be contracting and relaxing your pelvic floor muscles, like you're holding in your pee or pushing something out. And when you do that with the weight in there, it helps to give you some resistance. So you're building tone and you're building strength in those muscles, just like if you're gonna do some curls. So if you are a beginner and you don't wanna worry about losing your Yoni eggs inside your vagina, you can string them with unwaxed, unflavored dental floss. And you want it to be unwaxed and unflavored because it's going in your vagina. You don't want it to tangle or leave peppermint flavor in there. It's gonna burn. So what you do is you take a string, and you can find this kind of floss on Amazon. It's not that easy to come by because most people like wax and mint on their floss. So you're gonna take this string and you're gonna put it through the tiny hole at the top. It's not super tiny, it's definitely big enough so you can see it. Come on now, my friends are watching. Okay, so we got the string through. See, like that? And then what you wanna do is do 3 knots. And I can't do it holding it up to the camera. 3 knots, because you don't want the knots to come out. And you can't feel these knots, so don't worry about that, they're small. So just 3 knots. Whoop. Okay, that's 1, and then you're gonna do it to the other one, okay? So then you have these 2 Yoni eggs on a string. Next thing you're gonna do is squat to insert them. First thing you do is wash your hands, and then you're gonna take the Yoni eggs, you can do 1 at a time, and you're gonna insert them just like you would a tampon. So 1, 2, they're in there, okay? So next I'm gonna go through 4 different moves that you can do while the Yoni eggs are inserted. And you wanna do your breathing with this. So breathing with the motion. I'm gonna demonstrate. So the first move you're gonna do is laying down. You're gonna lay down on your back. Man, this is not the outfit to wear for this, honey. So the first one's called knead the dough, okay? Your yoni's gonna be doing this. Pretend like your vagina is grabbing the Yoni egg like this, okay? So I'm just gonna inhale and contract my pelvic floor. Hold it for 5 seconds and release. And we're gonna do that 5 to 10 times. So inhale, contract. Release. Exhale through your mouth, inhale through your nose. Inhale, contract. Release. And when you do this, try to release slowly. So instead of going like this and letting it just drop, you want to contract, hold, hold, and then when you release, gradually, a controlled release. So do that 5 to 10 times, and then after the 5 to 10 times, we're going to knead the dough. So just pulse your pelvic floor muscles, breathing in and out through your nose. Gently. So our next move is the elevator. The elevator is really good for recognizing the different chambers of your vagina. So we have the hole, the introitus, right? And then we have the introitus, and then we have the cervix, okay? When you do your contractions, you want to squeeze from the back, the middle, and the last chamber, which is closest to the hole. And we're gonna do this laying down. 3 chambers, cervix, vulva, okay? So contract, contract, contract. Release, release, release. Contract, contract, contract. Release, release, release. So inhale, contract your first chamber near the cervix, second, and third. Now release, third, second, first. Let's do it again. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Release, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3. Release, 3, 2, 1. Again. 1, 2, 3. Release, 3, 2, 1. And as you get better at that one, you'll be able to do them a lot slower and more controlled. Then our next exercise is the Yoni bridge. Pelvic bridge like this. And you're gonna inhale and contract when you thrust up. And exhale as you go down. And relax your pelvic floor. So let's do it. This is my Yoni once again. This is contract, this is release, okay? So inhale. Release. And relax. The last exercise we're gonna do is a simple squat. And you might notice when you do a squat that your pelvic floor muscles are harder to contract, which is good because as you keep doing it, they get stronger. So we're in our squat and we're going to inhale, pull up, contract, exhale, and release. So Inhale, contract. Exhale, release. Inhale, contract. Exhale, release. Inhale, contract. Exhale, release. Okay? Inhale, contract. Exhale, release. So you see it's a little hard to hold that contraction when you exhale, right? Keep going, 5 to 10 times. Inhale. We do that 5 to 10 times. And that is your Yoni Egg workout. So at the end of that workout, you're gonna feel a lot more engagement in your pelvis. You might have some new sensations that you haven't felt before. It might even feel a little annoying down there, and that's fine because you have just activated muscles that might have been a little disengaged for a while. So once you're done with your workout, squat again, pull that string, and there you have it, your Yoni eggs. Your Yoni eggs are out. We're gonna cut this string off because no, you are not gonna reuse this string. Cut it off, and then you're gonna wash these with soap and water, rinse through the hole really well, and then drop them in that saline until next time you wanna use them. And remember, weekly, you're gonna charge them out in the sun because these are live crystals and they emit a frequency. And we want them to continue to stay grounded with earth energy, which is where they come from. So I actually keep my stones in the garden. I do not have crystals inside the house that much. They stay in the garden outside with the flowers. And I feel like that's where they're most at home. That is your Yoni Egg workout. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the DMs, Goddess in the Mirror, or you can email me, greenbodyconnect@gmail.com.
Peace in the standing way.